Hello friends, welcome to Vinyasa at 12 p.m. I'm really excited for today's sequence. We're going to be playing around with some variations on different sun sequences, suns A, B, and C. And we're also going to have some time to play on our hands and some crow. So we're just going to have a lot of fun, joy of movement moving through us. And yeah, I really don't know that you need blocks, although they will be pretty nice for some balancing portions that we'll get into later. So if you got 2 blocks or some books that you like to use, actually the other day I was using a butternut squash instead of a block just to see if I could, and it turns out you definitely can. So anything that's like 6 to 9 inches during quarantine, perfect block material. Okie dokie, I'm going to start the music and then we'll get started. We're just going to begin in a standing pose at the top of your mat. Just take a moment here. Have the palms open. The weight even between the feet. And with the breath in, allow your shoulders to roll up to the ears, and the exhale to sigh out as the shoulder blades squeeze down the back. Just take another one just like that. Take the hands above the head as you breathe in. Allow the palms to meet and draw to the center of your heart as you breathe out, carrying through that motion all the way down to a forward fold. And really allow your body to fall here for a moment. The legs have a gentle bend in the knee. And the upper body just drapes over them. Maybe you shake your head, nodding at yes and no. And watch the next 3 expansive breaths move in and out of your body. How does each breath give movement to your stillness in this fold? In vinyasa, it's the breath that moves us. The breath that's more important than any shape we take. So if at any point at all you feel tired, you can just come to stand or sit or take a child's pose and breathe. Anytime we're doing things that you just don't feel like are for you today, just breathe. Allow your next breath to expansively fill the backs of your hips and all the way up the back of the spine, broadening the shoulders, filling you up. And sigh it out. Start to roll vertebra by vertebra up to stand. The head is the last to lift. Exhale when you find Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathing in, the hands rise, palms meet, and exhale, they come down toward the center of your heart. Keep that exhale flowing and bend to your fold. Right away, your next breath in lifts your heart parallel to the floor. And you exhale to fold it out. Round vertebra by vertebra to rise. Head to the left to lift as you exhale into Tadasana. Breathing in, the hands rise. Palms meet. And the exhale draws the palms down to your heart center and all the way through your fold. Maybe palms paint to shins as you lift your heart parallel to the floor. Breathing out, you fold. Roll vertebra by vertebra to your Tadasana. Chin heavy is less to lift. Again, the hands rise. Exhale them to the center of your heart, but pause. Close your eyes for a moment. If there's an intention you'd like to set for today's practice, maybe to feel the joy of movement, maybe to not take yourself so seriously, or maybe something that you know you need right now. Find a word or short phrase that summarizes that intention. Take a full breath in as though that intention could ride along with the oxygen and infuse into every cell of your body. Another one just like that right here. And now spread your feet wider than your mat, toes pointing slightly out, and you'll sit the hips down and back into a wide, tall Malasana squat, or a horse, goddess. There's a lot of names people like to call this. And now your knees are above your ankles here. Take the hands to the inner thighs, and then floss the shoulders as you breathe. You can find your own pattern here, just allowing the heart to open and giving pressure to the hands so that allows the thighs to open too. When you come to stillness, take the hands to Kali Mudra, which is all of the fists, like a fist, but your pointer fingers touch. And breathing in, straighten the legs, lift the finger up. Take the heel toe to a narrow stance, and then as you exhale, it's hands to prayer, all the way through your forward fold. Fingertips touch the ground and the heart lifts parallel to the floor. Let's take a step back into high plank. Allow the fingers to spread really wide, and imagine you're trying to push two basketballs into the top of a pool. Feel the shoulder blades separate, and then allow the heels to draw back to the space behind you. Collarbones spread wide. Navel to spine, just a breath here. And then it's downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, press the hands into the ground so the hips reach up and back. And then take a breath in as your heels rise. As you exhale, windshield the heels to the left. Breathing in, return to center. Breathing out, windshield to the right. Take that one more time. Breathing in, returning to center. Out, drop left. In, recenter. Out, drop left. In, recenter. Find a wide downward facing dog here. Your feet about as wide as the edge of your mat or a little wider than hip distance if you don't have a mat. And then you'll have a pretty decent bend in your knees as you reach the right hand for the left ankle. Pull into that leg so you can kind of feel a stretch in the twist. And then release, plant the right hand back down. Left hand reaches for right ankle. The chest twists underneath your armpit. Breathing in, you replant the hand. Exhale, allow the head and chest to release. Take a breath in and the heels will rise. As you exhale, 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Hips lower down. And the hands come to prayer. We're in Balasana squat. Just for a moment here, recall that intention. Infuse it with yourselves. Fingertips to the floor, heel toe the feet closer and bow. Then breathing in, you roll vertebra by vertebra to stand. Inhale, hands rise. Palms meet. Exhale through the center of your heart, you fold. Breathing in, lift the heart. And we'll take some Sun A variations. Step the feet back to high plank. And then take a breath in to press those basketballs away from the floor. As you exhale, drop the heels to the left. Take them back to the center. Then drop them to the right. Back to center. One more time to the left. Back to center. To the right. Center. Bend in the knees, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inviting the Ujjayi breath, that constriction of the back of the throat, that oceanic noise that you breathe through the nose. Strong breath to support the movement. Next breath in, the heels rise. Breathing out, bend the knees and get to the top of your mat. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Kali Mudra hands. And sit the hips back as you rise to chair pose. Kali Mudra, strong, fierce warrior reaching up. Stay for the out breath. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, hands through the center of your heart and fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold. Fingertips to the top of the mat. High plank. 1 breath in to press the floor away. And then exhale, drop heels to the left. Take your right hand to your heart and look up. Vashisthasana variation. Hand finds the floor, you strengthen your plank. And then you take the heels to the right. Left hand finds the heart, you look to the sky. 1 more breath in. Exhale, find your plank. Bend the knees and downward facing dog. Breathing in, the heels lift. Knees bend. Step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Kali Mudra hands. Rise to chair. Exhale to sit a little deeper. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands through heart. You fold. Halfway lift. Plank. One breath in to push the basketballs through water. And exhale, heels to the left. Right hand finds the heart, look up. Feel your intention right here. Exhale, set the hand down. Take another breath in to prepare. And your next breath out drops the heels to the right. Left hand to heart. Feel your intention. Both hands on the mat, high plank. Bend the knees, downward facing dog. Open your mouth as you exhale. Breathing in, rise to the balls. Breathing out, bend the knees and float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Kali Mudra, bind. Dip the hips, rise to chair. Exhale to sit the hips lower. Inhale to reach that Kali Mudra to the sky. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart, fold. Breathing in, lift the heart. We're going to change it up to Sun C. Fingers come on the ground. Step the left shin back. Kali Mudra, hands rise to the sky. Squeeze, scissoring the legs toward one another. And exhale, the hands find the ground. Variation here. Pull the hips back and straighten the front leg. Half Hanuman, half splits. The heart lifts forward toward flexed toes. And then re-bend into that knee, Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge. That Kali Mudra bind reaches up and then down. Step to high plank. Listen, drop the knees. Draw the heart forward. And bend the elbows towards your belly button. Stop when you're halfway. Squeeze the biceps toward one another. Untuck the toes so the tops of the feet are down, shoelace side down. Now press into the tops of the feet and straighten the arms, upward facing dog. The hips, thighs are off of the mat. Breathing in, the collarbones widen. And exhale, take yourself to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts and reaches behind you. Exhale, curl knee toward nose and plant the foot between your hands. Back knee lands, Anjaneyasana, with your Kali Mudra bind reaching to the sky. Breathe in. And exhale, hands find the ground. Step the back leg to meet the front and fold. Breath in to lift the heart halfway. Breath out, fold. Kali Mudra hands, sit into your chair, breathing in. Exhale, stay. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands through the center of your heart, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, right shin steps behind you. Kneeling lunge, hands rise in Kali Mudra. Squeeze the legs toward one another. Then as you exhale, lose the bind, fingertips to the ground. Maybe you step the foot a little bit further forward to your half Hanuman, half splits. Pull the toes toward the face and just gently draw the heart forward, getting a stretch on the hamstring here. Breath is present. And you rebend into the knee, find your Kali Mudra bind and rise to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the ground. And you step into a high plank. Drop the knees, draw the heart forward, and then the elbows reach backward toward your belly button, squeezing the arms. Shoelace side of the feet go down. Breathing in, you press through the feet and hands, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, your left leg rises. And exhaling, knee to nose, plant the foot, drop the right knee down, back to Anjaneyasana, Kali Mudra bind, reaches for the sky. Exhale, come down to the ground with the fingers and step forward to your forward fold. Breathing in, halfway lift, the heart is parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold, find the Kali Mudra bind, and sit into chair, reaching up with the hands. Exhale to stay and deepen with the hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands feed through the center of your heart and fold. Breathing in, heart lifts. Exhale, left shin finds the floor behind you. Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge, Kali Mudra bind. And exhale, come into your half Hanuman. Maybe the foot steps a little bit further forward so you can get that stretch on the hamstring. Breathe in to lift the heart. Toes flex. Exhale, bow. Rebend the front knee. Kali Mudra bind takes you into your Anjaneyasana kneeling lunge. And exhale, the fingers come to the floor, high plank. Drop the knees, and then you pull your heart forward, elbows bend back. Stop when you're halfway to the ground. Untuck the toes. Then breathing in, press the shoelace side of the feet down, straighten the arms, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts and reaches behind you. And then step it forward. Planting the foot, drop the back knee. Anjaneyasana with Kali Mudra bind, reach up. And exhale, reach down. Back foot meets the front in a forward fold. Breathing in, you halfway lift. Exhale, back to the fold. Kali Mudra bind to chair. Stay for the exhale, sinking the hips a little lower. Breathing in, you reach the hands up. Exhale, hands through prayer, forward fold. Halfway lift with the next breath in. And then you step right shin behind you. Anjaneyasana with Kali Mudra bind into the left leg. Exhale, hands come down. Straighten the front leg. Breathe in and lift the heart. Exhale, fold over that half split. Round into that front knee, bending it again. And then rise to Anjaneyasana with Kali Mudra bind. Exhale, hands find the ground. And then you take a high plank. Drop the knees. Elbows go back towards your belly button, and then you start to lower your torso halfway to the ground. Pause. Shoelace side of the feet down. Breathing in, press through the tops of the feet and the hands. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, the left leg rises behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant the foot. And it's your kneeling lunge, Anjaneyasana with Kali Mudra bind. Reach up. Exhale, come down. Back foot meets the front as you fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Kali Mudra bind. Chair. Exhale. Release the bind with your hands. Stay in chair. Take your palms together at the base of your spine. Then breathing in, straighten the arms for a humble clasp. Heart travels forward and the collarbone wide. Feel the quads firing up. And then fold over your legs. Palms stay sealed as that fist reaches to the sky for another breath. Exhale, gently release the bind. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, fold. Inhale, Kali Mudra to chair again. And exhale, stand Tadasana. Hands come to the sides. Breathe in, lift the hands above the head. And through prayer, you fold. Lift the heart halfway. We're going to enter some sun bees now. So you'll just step the feet back into a high plank. Breathe in to push the floor away. And it's your choice to continue dropping your knees for the Chaturanga Dandasanas, just as I've been explaining them. Or you can stay with the knees lifted, knowing it's going to take a lot more strength. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. I would rather have you take the modification with the knees on the ground the entire class than really struggle and botch the form of a chaturanga with your arm, with everything lifted. So give it a try, see how it goes, and know there's no point in doing terrible form for the sake of impressing anyone. There's no one there to impress. All right, so breathe in for plank. Your choice to drop the knees or not. Elbows bend back, stop halfway. Breathe in to draw the heart forward, tops of feet down, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg reaches behind you as you breathe in. Exhale, think knee to nose and plant the foot on the ground. We're gonna rise to warrior one. Warrior one has a slightly wider stance with the feet. The back foot is at like a 45-degree angle, so toes are pointing toward the left corner of your mat. Take a bend in the front knee, Kali Mudra bind here. Shoulders square toward the front of the mat. Breathe in here for strength. And exhale, let it go down. Find a high plank. Your Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows bend. Tops of feet down, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, plant the foot. Warrior one into the left side. Take it up with a Kali Mudra. Exhale to deepen the bend in the front knee. Breathe in once more for length. And exhale, fold down. Step to high plank. Your Chaturanga Dandasana. Drop the knees or not. Elbows bend towards your belly button. Heart travels forward, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here to rest. Reclaim the Ujjayi breath, the oceanic noise you make with your nose. Breathing in, lift the heels. Breathing out, bend the knees, get to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, breathing in. Fold. Kali Mudra bind in the hands. Chair pose. Take a breath in. Stay for the out. Inhale, rise. Hands through the center of your heart, breathing out to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step to high plank. Your choice of chaturanga, dropping knees or not, elbows bend, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg rises as you breathe in. Exhale, knee toward nose, plant the foot, and rise to warrior one. Remember to widen your feet a little bit broader than hips. Back toes point to 10 o'clock. Shoulders square. One more breath to breathe here. And hands find the mat, step it back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg rises as you breathe in. Think knee to nose and plant the foot. Warrior one on the left side. Breathing in, Kali Mudra bind. Exhale to deepen the med in the front knee. Back toes point to about 1 o'clock. Shoulders square forward. Last breath here. And the exhale takes your hands down to a high plank. Your choice with the knees, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Stay for 3 breaths, Ujjayi breath. Rise to the balls of your feet. Get empty. Float to the top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. And fold. Kali Mudra bind, chair pose. Stay as you breathe out. Release the hands and then clasp them behind your tailbone. Palms meet. Elbows squeeze toward one another. In the next inhale, lengthen the arms, pull the heart forward, and fold. Humble bind. Release the bind. Breathing in, halfway lift of the heart. And exhale, fold. Again, halfway lift as you breathe in. And exhale, fold. Take the hands underneath the feet. So the balls of your feet and the toes can kind of rub on the wrist creases. Doing a lot of chaturangas can be a little tough for the wrist, so just take a few moments here. Give yourself a little massage. Maybe sway. And release your hands. Start to widen your feet, a little wider than your mat, and sit down into Malasana squat. It's an option if you want to take a block underneath your seat for a moment. Just breathe, hands to heart, recalling your intention. One more breath here. Take the block. Set it to the front of your mat, straighten the legs in a fold, turning your feet hip distance apart. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Kali Mudra bind, rise to chair. Exhale, release the bind, take the clasp behind the hands. Breathe in, humble lift of the heart, and fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, release the bind. Then step to a high plank pose. Press those basketballs through the water. Then spin the heels to the left. Right hand comes to heart. Maybe your right leg lifts. Foot returns to the ground, find your high plank. Windshield, wipe the heels to the right. And then left hand comes to heart. Maybe left leg lifts. High plank. Through bent knees, downward facing dog. Breathing in, right leg reaches behind you. Breathing out, think knee to nose and step to your warrior one, Kali Mudra bind. And then exhale, release that bind and find a humble bind, clasping the hands at the base of your spine. Breathing in, lengthen the arms and get proud in the chest. Exhale, fold into that bent front knee. Keeping your breath. Release the bind. Reach for your blocks if you've got them. You're going to take a standing split. The left leg reaches toward the sky. Upper body bows over that right leg. Woo. Hands to blocks. Can help. Sometimes they're just a distraction though. Breathing in, lift the heart and the back leg up. Maybe your hands find blocks. Again, warrior three, supported with blocks. Or if you don't have blocks, hand to prayer. And bend that left leg. And lift to a standing posture. Taking the knee hip height. And then you're going to take that left ankle over the top of the right thigh. And start to sit back into chair, Kali Mudra bind. With the four-claw cross of the legs. This one's always crazy for my hip flexors. Flips the, interlace with the palms. So that your palms are interlaced and they're facing away from you. And reach those palms away from your body as your hips pull back. Now, this is all crazy, I know, a bunch of play and fun. Take your peace fingers around your big toe. And then just try to get that knee toward your armpit. Kind of like a half happy baby. Can be stabilizing to put your hand on the right hip. And then you can either set the foot down on your way. Eventually, we're all going to be in the high lunge. Gentle bend in the back knee with you're on the ball of your back foot. So it's almost like your toes are 90 degrees to the floor. Your hands can rise in the Kali Mudra bind long on the sides. Exhale, dip the knee and bend elbows to the ceiling. Inhale, take that Kali Mudra high. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise. All 10 toes spin to the left, flying warrior. And you fold. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. Have your toes a little pigeon-toed here, the heels out. Weight in the balls of the feet. Then we'll take variation A. So you'll take chaturanga arms, squeezing the biceps toward one another, a bend in the elbows. And the hands are in line with the feet. Then you lift the heart. soften the face. Keep working to squeeze the biceps toward one another. And release, crawl the left hand in front of you. Bend into the right knee and grab that bend into the left knee, the back leg, and grab it with your right hand. So you're just getting a twisted grab here. The head can be real soft. Maybe you deepen the bend of your right arm so that your chest can kind of pull through. Keep pulling back with that right hip. And then hands return to the center, halfway lift. Look to your front foot and just take a lizard. So your hands are on the inside of your front foot. And you'll glue the inner calf to the outer right arm. Draw the crown of the head and shoulders forward. And keep them where they are in space as your back heel reaches to the wall behind you. And stay for 3 breaths. No rushing here, but sipping and savoring. Get buoyant in the back leg, a little bounce. And then you come to sit in this malasana squat again. Now you have an option. We're gonna play in crow here. Ooh. So you can either, if you don't want to do that, you can just take a block, sit on it, find yourself a relaxing malasana squat. Or you can play with crow, in which case, this is the block. We'll have kind of in this malasana squat with the heels touching. And then your armpits are your knees are gonna try to come into your armpits. And then I think about taking the chest forward as the arms bend, like chaturanga arms. You're gonna want that chest to be more forward than you think you want it. And then you just lift the hips and try to get the feet toward the hips. Just think up, 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 up with the hips. Forward, 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 forward with the heart. Falling keeps us humble and gives us a reason to laugh. And then it's over. Feet land. Step to a high plank. Windshield wipe to the left. Take the right hand to the heart. And open that right hand to the sky. Stay here. Maybe that right leg lifts. Stay here. Or bend the knee. Plant the ball of the right foot on the floor. Kamakrasana. Heart reaches up. Right hand over. Forward. Carefully find plank. Bend the knees, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up and back. Sink knee toward nose, plant the foot between the hands. Warrior one. On the left side, widen that stance. Kali Mudra bind. Breathe in to lengthen the side body. And exhale, release that bind. Take the hands behind the base of the spine. Breathing in, heart lengthens. And exhale, humble fold inside of that bent front knee. 3 breaths here. Strong legs squeezing toward one another. Easy upper body. Release the bind. If you have blocks, you can bring the floor a little closer. Your back foot scoots a little bit closer. We're coming into high pyramid, so straighten the front leg without locking the knee. The So then bow over that front leg, resting the torso for a moment. Start to bend into that front leg. Standing split, back leg rises. I actually don't really like to use blocks on standing split. I don't know when that happened in my life. You can use them, and they're especially helpful for the next transition here. Breathing in, lift your heart and that back leg. Just lift a little more. Coming into Warrior 3. Your blocks are there to support you for this Warrior 3. And you think about getting really long from the crown of your head out through the bottom of that lengthened leg. Bend the knee of the lifted leg and rise to stand. Knee comes hip height. Then you're going to cross that ankle over the left thigh. Sit back into chair. Kali Mudra reaches forward. Got this 4-cross situation. Always breathing. Keep that right foot really flexed and active here. And then flip the palms. And as the palms reach away from your body, the hips reach behind you, a little lower, a little deeper. Almost there. Release the hands. Take peace fingers around big toe and just rise, trying to take that, trying to take that knee toward your armpit. Can help to bring stability if you take your left hand to your hip. And then you just land the foot or step straight back for high lunge. Kali Mudra bind on the ball of the back foot. Gentle bend in the back knee. Take a breath in here. And exhale, lower as you bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. All 10 toes point to the right. It's your forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Maybe you grab for the ankles this time. So your weight travels to the balls of your feet. Take your right hand out in front of your face and start to bend into the back knee, grabbing left hand to right ankle. Bend into your left elbow to pull your torso a little deeper into this twist. And come back to center with a halfway lift. Exhale, crawl to the front foot, come into a lizard. Your upper arm is going to be, your upper left arm will be sealed to the inner calf of the left leg. Breathing in, draw your shoulders and crown of head forward. And then breathing out, pull that heel, back heel behind you, deepening the stretch in the front psoas on the right side. 3 breaths to luxuriate in movement. And get a little bouncy in the back knee. Hatha Malasana squat here. Option to take a seat on that block. Or if you don't have a block, just to sit any way you'd like. And breathe. Or come along with some crow play. Just try it. You know, it's nothing bad's gonna really happen. So you plant your hands, and then take your feet so the heels kind of touch, and you're in this malasana squat, knees wide. And then you'll bring your knees into your armpits and start to bend your arms like chaturanga arms. Really important to keep those elbows drawing towards each other nice and strong. And then the chest goes forward and the hips go up. Feet try to touch the butt. And breathe. What is the breath like in this posture? What's its texture? Where does it move freely? And it's already over. We meet in high plank. Heels spin to the right. Left hand comes to the heart. Maybe the hand lifts. Maybe the leg lifts. Option to stay or bend that top leg. Plant the ball of the foot behind you. And it's your Kamatkrasana. Top arm reaches in front of your face. Heart lifts to the sky. And then we safely find our way back to high plank. Option, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, or just straight to downward facing dog. Roll to high plank. Then just drop the knees and come into a child's pose. Inhale, snake your heart forward, come into Sphinx pose, lying on your belly, toes point behind you. And your heart lifts. Take your right hand and thread the needle under your left armpit so that you're able to bring your right cheek to the ground. And then stretch the left hand forward. Little twisty stretch here. And then take your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Just press back into a Sphinx. And then it's your left hand that will thread underneath the right arm. Right hand reaches in front of you, and your left temple finds the ground. This time you're just gonna roll onto your back, nice and easy. And draw the knees toward your seat as if you were going to set up for a bridge. And then right ankle crosses on the top of left thigh. And give that left leg a hug towards you for this reclined pigeon bind. active feet right here. It's our last bit of activity. So close. Inviting really full, easy breaths into the body. Softness into the body. And then you'll just drop this whole shape to the left. The hand that's squished down between the floor and your leg can reach for your right ankle. So it's the left hand on right ankle. And then the right hand can open wide like a T, or I really like to take it over the head. It can be such a nice line of stretch for the glute. Glute max here and the hand overhead. Easy flowing air. Return to center. Just put the right foot down. And then switch, so it's the left ankle that crosses on the left, or left ankle crosses over right leg. And then you can take that right thigh toward your body, give it a hug with your fingers interlacing behind the thigh. Both feet active, the rest of the body relaxing. Drop the whole shape to the left, or to the right. And your left arm can open like a T, or it can reach overhead for the side stretch. Return to center. Plant the feet down. And then draw the knees towards the armpits. And you can either grab for the backs of your thighs, your calves, or the outside of your feet for a happy baby. Allowing the armpits, or the knees to reach for the armpits. Find the floor about as wide as the mat and the knees knocked together for restorative rest. Take one hand to your heart and one to your belly as you feel the breath move through you. Recalling your intention. Choosing to keep that energy with you or to let it go. Before I leave you in just a moment here, I wanted to say thank you so much. And after practice, if you want to send me a message, let me know how things went for you. That would mean so much to me because I miss seeing people and having real students, and quarantine starting to get to me. So just to get a message to know that there are people out there would feel really good right now. And you can even let me know how the music, if it was loud enough or whatever. But I'm done. You're not. You're still here to rest. Take your legs long and your arms beside you and set up for your Shavasana. Maybe you want to set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes, or maybe you just stay and see how it goes. You are very loved friends and very appreciated.